Start game now. AT-AT Commander is very thirsty, and it's a very hot day. Whatever will he do? Oh yeah! It's Kool-Aid Man! Just in time to save poor AT-AT Commander. Yep, today we're going to look at Kool-Aid Man for your Atari 2600 and M Network game that really doesn't have much on the cartridge, as most M Networks don't. Just a little label, but let's go ahead and put this into our Atari 7800 Pro system and find out how Kool-Aid Man holds up today. Let's go to the game. Kool-Aid Man was published by M Network for the Atari 2600 and carries a copyright year of 1983. At one point, you could even get this game by mailing in 125 Kool-Aid proof of purchase points. That's a lot of Sharkleberry Finn. Kool-Aid Man is a single-screen action game for one player only. You can increase the difficulty of the game by putting the right difficulty switch in the A position, making your opponents move faster. You can also pause the game by putting the left difficulty switch in the A position, which was a pretty unique feature for a 2600 game. Kool-Aid Man is battling the Thirsties, who are trying to steal all the water out of your swimming pool. In ads, the Thirsties resembled mini sunbursts with arms and legs and long green tongues, but in the game, they look like floating cherry bombs. Occasionally, one or two of them may stop moving and extend a straw to the bottom of the screen to drink water out of the pool. As they drink the water level will lower, and if the water level hits bottom, your game is over. Your game also ends if the timer for the level runs out. You use your joystick to move Kool-Aid Man. If he touches a Thirsty while it is drinking, the Thirsty will disappear and you will get 100 points. If he touches a Thirsty that is not drinking, or the walls or the water at the bottom of the screen, Kool-Aid Man will temporarily bounce around. You cannot control him while he does, but if he happens to bounce into a drinking Thirsty, he can still take him out. Occasionally you may notice Kool-Aid ingredients floating around, including W's for water, S's for sugar, and K for Kool-Aid. Touching any one of these will add a little water back to the pool and Supersize Kool-Aid Man. This makes him temporarily invincible, meaning nothing will cause you to bounce and you can pass right through floating Thirsties to get to the stationary ones. If you manage to catch 30 Thirsties in a round, you will move to the next round with higher difficulty and get bonus points for any time left on your timer. Graphically speaking, you have a nice intro at the beginning of the game, and the game is pretty colorful. However, I found myself wanting to play the game with the darker color scheme that shows up when the game is over. Music and sound-wise, I thought everything was solid and would rate this slightly above average for an Atari 2600 game. And yeah, this is a family-friendly game, except for the fact that Thirsties are now floating decapitated heads. On eBay, loose copies typically go for $7 to $9. Complete copies go for about $20 to $25, and new copies were selling for as high as $90, and as always, those prices include shipping. So what did I think of Kool-Aid Man? Well, even though it is a product placement game, I actually had more fun than I thought I would. Yeah, it's pretty simple and shallow, but simple and shallow can be fun in short bursts. As a matter of fact, it reminded me a little of the 2600 game Fast Food, which I reviewed in episode 114 and really found myself enjoying. So where am I going to rank Kool-Aid Man? Well, I'm looking at the middle of my rankings where some other simple fun games are. I enjoy games like Mousetrap and Home Run at 19 and 20, just a little bit more, but I did enjoy it more than E.T. at 21. And yes, I am one of those guys who actually knows how to play E.T. and can enjoy it. So I'm going to make Kool-Aid Man my new number 21 game. Just like a packet of Kool-Aid, there may not be much to it, but from time to time it can be a refreshing change of pace. If you enjoy retro-related videos, please click the like and subscribe buttons. You can also now support me on Patreon as well. And be sure to check out some of my other videos covering Atari, Sega, Nintendo, and more. With over 175 now posted, there's something for just about any retro fan. Thank you all for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the Nosfer Gamer. Take care, and if you own a pool, watch out for giant cherry bombs with straws. See you later.